Week 9. What's up, boys?
Doing well. It's a fun day of college football yesterday. Let's just talk about college football.
Oh, okay, you just got.
It's been a minute, but I mean, thank you for noticing.
Yeah, you know.
What happened with the Vols yesterday?
Huh?
Did they vol off?
Yep.
Who?
They voled off.
The Vols?
I don't know.
The Volunteers, man.
Yeah,
that's all we're going to talk about today. We're not even going to do start sit.
All right.
We're going to talk about how Alabama's dynasty's over. We're going to talk about Tennessee being overrated.
Give me a recap on yesterday's college football. I didn't watch any of it.
Okay, let's start out with a conspiracy theory. So LSU was unranked last week, and then ESPN put out their rankings last Tuesday. Suddenly, LSU's number 10 in the nation from being unranked in the AP poll to number 10 in the nation. So everybody, including myself, thought that this was a conspiracy to get Alabama a top 10 win to make them relevant again. And so kind of fell apart last night because LSU beat them, and now Alabama's season's dead. But conspiracy theory part of it was, I think it was still out there if it would have happened that way.
Curious.
So,
anything else go on that was a big deal?
Volunteers got shut down by Georgia, which was insane. Jalen Carter is for sure a top 5 pick.
Is that the Vols?
He's nuts.
Yeah. Jalen Carter is insane D tackle. I mean, I don't know how we're going to handle him or where to rank him and stuff, but man, he is disruptive.
Yeah, definitely on the radar.
I remember what I was going to say right before we get on now, but it's something that we'll have to do off air, unfortunately. Nice. Earmuffs, chat. All right, so let's get to the questions in the comments. All right, Mace, I'll switch this up so we can not crush your face in just a second. Need to start Deron Payne, Hutchinson, Nwosu, Rashad Weaver, or Shoyinko. It might be obvious, but curious what you guys were thinking about the potential of the last few guys. What do you guys think?
I feel like Nwosu's locked in, right? No?
I feel like Nwosu needs to be locked in at this point, kind of. Yeah. He's just he just keeps showing up. I would play Rashad Weaver too.
I was gonna say Weaver and Shoyinka just because he's gotta step up in the absence with the injury last week. And I've kind of thumping his drum preseason, so I'm really hoping that he kind of shows out. So
actually, I do agree with you, Mace. I think I'll take Nwosu out. I'll probably go Weaver and Shoyinko.
But Payne's good. Hutchinson's in a rival week. They go up against the Pack, and I'm pretty sure their line's banged up too, right? So I mean, you got good problems here.
Start Jamal Williams. Revenge game.
Yeah.
That's the narrative I didn't hear all week. Not that I didn't listen to anything all week, but I put him in a lot of lineups. Jamal Williams is going to be tap dancing all over the Packers today.
Amon Ra is going to avenge his brother, maybe?
We'll see. Bruce Warren, what about the TikTok Jordan Snap about having some personal stuff going on? Is the stream still going to happen? Yeah, that was just yesterday. I was late this week on the rankings video, the Q&A video, just because I was very, very busy. And then I was going to do it yesterday afternoon. Then my daughter didn't take a nap and stuff. So it wasn't a TikTok. It was a YouTube short, which we're going to be doing more of those. And you guys have already noticed that. But I was just letting y'all know, I'm still here and alive. It's just it's just not going my way today. So
it's basically TikToks, but it's on YouTube.
Basically TikTok, yeah. Get on TikTok if you're not. Follow us at the IDP Army. We got some good shit up there. John Policio says, my guys, best in the biz, one flex spot. Curtis Samuel, Jamal Williams, or Kadarius Coney. Dude, it's Jamal Williams.
Yep.
Jamal.
Big J.
DeAndre Swift is on a snap count this week, so fire up Jamal.
He's been on a snap count since he walked in the motherfucking league. What are you talking about? Out of here. All right, my dude. Bonjour. Happy football. Yeah, I need to quit cussing. Somebody in the community comments this morning said, this is a great channel, but the main host guy cusses way too much. I may never come back. I was like, geez Louise. I'm like, which video did you watch? I've been toning it down.
I really want to know what video that was.
All right. Zion Burr says, already started my dog, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. Need 3 more. Geno Stone, Woolen, Jesse Bates, Bynum, McDuffie, and McCreary. What are your guys' thoughts on that?
3 more? Yeah, Stone, Woolen, Bates.
We're just rolling with Woolen. I had a dream. This is funny because I had a dream last week about Xavier McKinney, or was that 2 weeks ago? But I had a dream about Bynum last night. So I'm telling y'all, I don't have a
What are
weird
you
brain.
doing before you go to sleep, man? Like,
I don't know. I don't know why I had a dream about the rookie free safety of the Minnesota Vikings, but I did.
So NFL ayahuasca on Saturday nights.
Maybe.
Yeah, for real.
So maybe that's what Aaron Rodgers will do. That's the name of the Aaron Rodgers podcast that's going to come out at the end of the season. NFL and ayahuasca.
They did
We need a copyright.
a study with like, you know, what somebody would draw on different drugs. Maybe you should do rankings like that. You just every week try a different drug and do rankings on that drug.
Let me
what happens.
Just
see what happens.
Doing drugs
week 17. Why not?
Doing drugs is not that binary. It's not as simple as like I'll do these drugs and then I'll do these activities. You do the drugs and then things happen.
I'll end up writing my rankings on the garage wall, dude.
Yeah, literally.
Go over them.
If I locked myself in this room with only a paper and pencil, maybe.
Oh, I fucking love you guys.
All right. What up, Jordan? What's up, Jared? Good to see you this morning. Good to see everybody this morning. Starts as Darius Smith or Jonathan Allen. Definitely Big Z. I mean, he's 8.5 sacks on the season. Or is he 9.5 now? It's up there. I mean, I think it's 9.5 now, actually. No, it's 8.5 because he had one and a tiny bit more per week, I remember. So his over-under on the season on DK, I made a YouTube short about it, was 10 and a quarter sacks. I said take the over. So unless he gets hurt, that should cash. But I'm saying Zadarius. What do you guys think?
If you go for high upside, you go Smith. He has been hot, but Jonathan Allen's also, I think, in a position to finish, maybe not top 5, but possibly top 10, top 15 range. So if you want consistency, go there. If you're just trying to knock your opponent out, you got to go with Smith, like Jordan says.
Word. And just want to come back up to Zion's answer. We decided Stone, Bates, and you guys said Woolen. I went Bynum just because of my dream. Deion Jackson or Naeem High in the league with PPR 1 point. Deion Jackson.
Deion.
What are you talking about? You know who Naeem Hines is? He's the same motherfucker. He's the same person that James Cook is, and he's the same person that Yeldon was, and he's the same person that every other running back they've brought in that's not Devin Singletary. He's a guy that somebody spent, an hour and a half this week writing 1,000 words about, and it won't mean anything. That's what he was. That's what he is. He's a backup running back. He's probably a punt returner. He's probably a punt returner. That's probably what he's going to be doing. I feel like. So play Deion Jackson. This isn't rocket science. Punt per points. Oh, punt return points. Okay, he put that in there. Okay. Okay. So if we're doing that,
think it's Deion though.
Yeah, because the reality. Do people punt? The Jets might punt a lot though.
How much against the Bills do they actually punt per game? Like probably a lot, right? But they also
I don't know. But again, we're assuming, hoping, thinking that he's going to be a punt returner. I still don't know that for a fact. So Deion Jackson's going to be your prudent decision. If you want to flex on somebody, I would play Naeem Hines, and then they might flex on you. So
self-flex,
boom or bust.
Yo, good morning. Infinite possibilities. Always good to see you. I got a dynasty trade. Says Jared, I'm looking at making because I need a solid wide receiver down the stretch. 8-0. That's what's up. Looking at getting Adams, trading Garrett, Wandale, and a late first. What do you think? I don't think so. If you're 8-0 in dynasty, I wouldn't give up all those assets just to get a 30-year-old wide receiver. Personally,
2 seconds, maybe, but that's not as appealing.
I would not. Yeah, the first cannot be a part of that.
Yeah, 100% can't do that. I need tight end help. I have Andrews, but don't trust him. Should I pick up Conklin? Yeah, it's Conklin. That's your answer right there.
I'd say Conklin.
He's like third or fourth in points per game this season. And he's played, he's had a few down games, but every tight end has down games. So it's like you can't hold that against him. He's had really, really good games, high target games, multi-touchdown games. He's done everything you want.
Too.
Yep. And it's easy to forget. He was good with Cousins last year, in the last couple of years. He's been all right. So User Nerd says, who do I start at DL? Parsons on bye or TJ Watt hurt and on bye? All right. So if they're both on bye, I put TJ Watt in. Show respect.
We need to know who's on the waiver wire.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, if you have other, if you're just trying to flex, and win with a 0, I would start TJ. Now, if you're asking who do I start without these guys, we're gonna need some options.
Yeah,
we're gonna need to know what you're looking at, my man's. Tyreek, good morning, Tyreek. Good to see you, brother. Start 2 DL. Hendrickson. Actually, I wanted to add, and he got Trayvon Walker and JJ Watt. I want to punt this question to Mace because I noticed that you had Sam Hubbard quite a bit above Trey Hendrickson in your ranking. So, what's your talk to us?
I took Trey Hendrickson early in a couple of leagues, thinking that I was getting ahead of the curve and locking down a stellar defensive lineman for IDP purposes, and I was completely wrong. They're not really splitting anymore, and he's just not getting the sack numbers, I guess. So I'm just not really on the Hendrickson train. Hubbard has always been the more consistent tackler. I don't even know if Hendrickson's even finished over like 25 tackles in a season. I could be wrong though. But
yeah, no, that's fair. I don't think he has. I think
he's got very low tackle numbers. So Hubbard's there, and he's also, even if Hendrickson does get a pressure, they're going to Hubbard's side, so he's falling down. BJ Hill, also defensive tackle, I believe, is scoring better on some weeks than Hendrickson is. So I'm going to go Walker, and I don't even know about Watt, dude.
I wouldn't play Watt. I would still play Hendrickson over Watt.
You have to. That sucks. I mean, you invested in him, so just roll him out there and,
Exactly. Just stick with Hendrickson. I think at the end of the season, his numbers will pull him up into that top 15 area anyway.
Yeah. You'll forget all about it.
And that's going to be predicated on 1 or 2 probably big weeks. And if he hasn't had them yet, that means they're coming. You know what I'm saying? So whose puppy's whining?
It's mine, man.
Well, show us her. Is she cute? Let's see her. Hi, good morning. Oh my goodness.
Yes, he's literally desperate to.
Who do we play, puppers? Mike Edwards or DeMar Hamlin? Didn't you ask this last night, Tyreek? It's DeMar for me.
I'm gonna go Mike Edwards because Winfield's out.
Nah, keep cussing for the brand. Here's the thing, though. We're trying to. I say this all the time. It's so weird growing because, like, you have a certain way that you do things and present stuff, and as you get a certain level, I mean, you kind of can limit yourself, but at the same time, you want to stay on brand and you want to keep people comfortable with who you are. You don't want people to think that you're changing now that your things are different, because that would mean that, on the other side, things would be changing too, your analysis. And so I don't want that, but I do want to be. My wife said something to me the other day. Shout out to my kids. She's like, I'd like to be able to put your show on when you're streaming in the morning. She's like, but I can't trust you. And I'm like, I know. So I'm working on it, guys. Yeah, I was working on it. I'm not perfect. You know what I'm saying? Pretty close, but still not there. All right, infinite possibilities. I grabbed linebacker Terrell Bernard, Buffalo, because Milano is out. But I see Nick Benito, Chicago, is available. Which is better rest of the season? Ooh, rest of the season's an interesting question. Kind of talking about 2 different positions, right?
Benito's also in Denver.
He's in Denver, and he's an edge guy, right? Mostly, primarily. Yeah. So if you're really wanting like full season, he would probably be better full season because I imagine Milano will come back at some point.
Yeah. Bernard's a 1 week play it by ear, but there's got to be better linebacker. If it's a true linebacker position, there's got to be better options than Nick Benito. Maybe look at like Jack Sanborn or someone else coming in.
Here we say, bruh, Zion says, bruh, another prophetic DB dream. We'll see if it comes true. I mean, that would be wild. Like, what if Bynum finishes top 5 this week at DB? I don't know. What does that mean? How am I supposed to interpret that?
Keep dreaming, bro.
Keep dreaming.
Never stop dreaming, Jordan.
Oh man, I volunteer for the altered state of mind rankings.
Let's go, Zion.
There are some people in fantasy land. There are some people in fantasy land that I think would greatly benefit from a weekend in the woods on some mushrooms. But
live streaming rankings.
Just go alone. Just do it. Byron Williams said, need 2 of the 4. So he's got Morrow, Luke Wilson, Shaq Leonard, Shaq Thompson. It's weird to be in a world where we talk about not playing Shaq Leonard. Like, that happens so fast.
I want to say him, but I'm going to say Morrow and Thompson. I think I have Thompson just above Wilson in my rankings, but they're both in like the 30s.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. I think Morrow and Thompson are the prudent calls. I mean, you want to play Shaq Leonard, but it's just so risky. And at this point in the season, like, if you're in the middle of the pack, I would just eliminate risk. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you're at the bottom of the barrel, if you're like team 8 out of 12, I might put him in just to try to catch some upside. But, you know, this is definitely a time of year where more factors than just this player's good. He needs to be played. You know what I mean? You have to do a lot of risk assessment and management depending on how your team's sitting.
Yeah.
Do us a favor, everybody. Go down in the description of this video. There's one link today that is for our new podcast feed. We have 4 podcasts. We have 1 primary podcast feed. We're starting a second so that things can be a little bit more organized. The Best Ball Fantasy Sports Show and the Dynasty Tailgate are going to be on the secondary feed. That's the one you will subscribe to right now in the comments. We will cross-promote. We will cross-run that stuff on the main feed as well. But eventually, we want to build it off to where you know what you're going to get on one feed and you know what you're going to get on the other feed primarily. So just trying to, you know, again, scale, grow. Do me a favor. It's the only link in the comments. Go click it. Subscribe to it. 5 stars and a rating and review would be amazing. I mean, it would mean the world to me. We've only got 1 5-star rating on there right now. There's over 20 people watching me talk right now. If a third of you did that, that would be incredible. Don't think the guy next to you is going to do it either, because he's not.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Lou 32 Lofton. Morning, gents. Start 1 at the flex spot. Mac Collins or Alec Pierce?
Collins.
Yeah, I mean, Waller's out again. Well, the Colts have Ellinger still at quarterback, right?
Yeah, and he doesn't like Pierce for some reason.
Why do they put in Nick Foles, man? Anyways, yeah, I guess Collins.
Is Nick Foles on that team?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's been riding pine. Yeah.
What? That's
Dude,
rude.
The NFL is about not liking that guy. Like, even when he got injured on the Jaguars, he threw a dime touchdown.
That's so rude.
That sucked.
All right. Trail So Fly says, good morning, guys. Pick 2, Carter Swift and Deion Jackson, PPR. Carter. Is that Michael Carter? Yeah, I'm going outside as well. The outside guys.
Carter, Deion.
NASCAR Fantasy Live. What's up? You're in here a lot. You need to go check out your channel, NASCAR Fantasy Live. It sounds like it might be cool. Morning IDP Army. Who should I start in the Seattle secondary? Mike Jackson or Tariq Woolen? That's pretty easy, right?
Yeah, in our combined rankings, we have him at 18. So
Woolen?
Yeah, Woolen. Although Michael Jackson is a good shout, but I think Woolen just goes out and gets more opportunity.
Do you have the ability to like share screen on your computer there anywhere? Because if you do, I might be able to pull. Is it on your other one? Oh, okay,
Yeah,
don't worry about that. I was gonna say I could pull up our combined
Next
rankings
week.
if they were. Yeah,
Next week
we'll
we'll
do that.
do
Silver Rapture says thanks. Tackles are 1 point. Sacks are only 2. That's what makes Jonathan Allen so effective tackle machine. Yeah, I didn't realize that 100%. When I said Zadarius earlier, I was assuming that you played in an IDP league that made sense. Sorry, Silver Rapture.
All leagues are equal.
You might want to know they're not. We don't fucking say dumb shit like that around here. But it's fine. Your league can improve. You know, the great thing about being in a bad league is it can get better. So make sure you jack up that sack point way over 2 points. And if your guys don't want to do it, give them one of these. Say I'm out. All right, infinite possibilities. Starting Chandler Jones and Travis Gibson. Since I have Myles Garrett and Draymond Jones, what do you think? Do you think I can get 3 points from each of them? Chandler Jones, I would honestly be worried. I think you can get 6 points from Travis Gibson, though, and that'll get you 3 apiece.
Bam.
Fair. And that's without knowing your scoring, but I think that's reasonable. And I think we're going to see some. Yeah. I'm very, very, very interested in watching the Chicago defense and the Ravens defense today because Roquan Smith moving is massive. You know what I mean? Like, that's defensively, you know, what would be the offensive equivalent of a player like that moving teams? Like an absolute cornerstone kind of guy.
Like Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I mean, like he would never move, but it's kind of on that scale given his position. You know what I mean? It would be like TJ Watt leaving. It would be like Myles Garrett leaving. It would be like Jonathan Taylor just being on a different team just overnight. You know what I mean? It would completely change the dynamic of both teams that are involved in that trade. So I'm very, very, very interested to see how Chicago and Baltimore play defense today. Travis Gibson, a guy we've been talking up for a little while around here, he seems like he's in a good spot. You know, everybody around him's leaving.
Yeah.
All right, NASCAR Fantasy Live again. Need 2: Chris Jones, Joseph Day, or Aiden Hutchinson. I'm probably going to play Aiden Hutchinson just because they play him like an obscene amount of snaps. He's kind of like the new Max Crosby, where like this year he's not very good. Max Crosby's rookie year, nobody liked him. Just FYI, if y'all don't remember that. He was not good enough. He was too efficient. There was all these things wrong with him. Same shit's going on with Aiden Hutchinson right now. But guess what? He plays like a trillion snaps. So there's a lot of equity to be had for a guy like that. And also, I mean, when you play a lot of snaps, you get better. So I might lean Hutchinson and Chris Jones here. Any pushback on that? Any thoughts?
Joseph Day and Hutchinson. The thing about Hutchinson is when he goes off, he goes off. But he has like what 2-3 sack games or 1-2 sack and a 1-3 sack game. So he has super high upside, and he's always in the mix. He's always giving 100%. So that's infectious, and it does create opportunities for other people as well. Yeah, I think Joseph Day I don't even know because he hasn't really been doing that well this year either. So,
yeah, and he's a D tackle, right? He's just not he's like one of these boring D tackles. He plays every snap all year long, and it's just like, you know, he'll get his 45 tackles and his 2 tackles for loss and like some pressure. I mean, he's just a guy, unfortunately. Yeah. I know who he is because he's been on the Rams. He's still on the Rams, right?
Yep. No, on the Chargers now.
Okay. Yeah. He went over to Staley. He was Rams, Chargers. You know, he's just been a guy for a long time. Not great, not bad, just a guy. Got to shout out to my Tigers. Big win last night. Go Tigers.
Actually, you might want to start Joseph Day because they go up against the Falcons. The Falcons don't pass at all. So maybe.
Oh, wow. Mace just immediately going back on his word out here.
Sorry, yeah. Well, I looked at who they were playing. So
it's okay.
Reel it back really quick. No, hold on. Yeah, play Joseph Day.
There it is. Shout out to the Tigers again. Shout out to Rue. Cam Curl or Taylor Rapp? Is Rapp still relevant? Play Curl. Rapp, I don't know. It's been weird. Again, I went on a rant last night about Sean McVay and about the Rams. Taylor Rapp's part of that. You know, he's just I would just stay away for right now. It's unfortunate, but it's true. Lou 32 Lofted, still my favorite name to say on the show. Do you think Budda Baker will play today? I thought he was. Is he out official?
I haven't heard officially.
It's literally just now turned 10:30, so we'll get updates in about 5 minutes or so, guys, and we'll kind of, if you see anything out there worth saying, throw it in the chat too. I'm a full 12 minutes behind on the chat too, and I'm sorry. That's just how I live. I'm the worst. Yo, Jordan, I know you got a whole lot of change going on. We appreciate you. Keep pushing, brother. Yeah, I mean, I my goal is to get big and stay the same at the same time. You know what I mean? Like just continue to make a 1% increase on our, you know, value proposition every day. You know, I mean, I think we're doing that. Adding Mace has been huge. Adding Bomber. I mean, Bomber's been around for a while, but I mean, you guys don't even know behind the scenes. Like Bomber is like the glue that holds everybody together. Bomb. So shout out to Bomber. Iggy now on the show. He's out there repping us on Twitter, on Spaces, real heavy. He's got his tackle props that he's doing. You know, we're just trying to tie the bow, you know, and really pull it all together this offseason. So it should be a good time, and we're happy that you guys are here with us, helping us grow. You know, every Patreon, every like, every 5-star rating, every review, every little bit of that pushes us to where we're at. So thanks, Tyreek. We appreciate you, brother.
By the way, Budda Baker, since he plays in the late game, we won't know his availability until
for a while.
1.
All right,
because they don't have to do that.
I feel like he'll probably play because he usually has hot games versus Seattle. That's some of his better games of his career have been against them. So I think he'll want to play. So we'll have to see if that pans out or not. Dodd or Bernard if Malano sits?
Bernard.
Bernard from us, but what I would say go check out the guys on cover one. Just go look at their Aaron Quinn, look at Greg Thompson, look at those guys, see what they say, because they're like Bill's hive mind. Like they'll be able to tell you what's going down. So either of those, I know both those names have produced in the past when they've needed to come up. I'm not sure. May says Bernard, that's probably right. I would say if you want to double check and vet on that, those are the guys I would go check, see what's up. No Marshawn Lattimore is Adobe at a good spot start. Diggs on by. Yeah, I mean he's probably your only option that is any good, right?
Yeah. I mean, he's going to get the targets, you think, or are they going to throw to the guy opposite him?
I don't know.
I mean, he has, I think, allowed the most touchdowns of anyone. And that was before they played the Thursday night game, and he wasn't even playing in that game. So he hasn't been very good. So if anyone's going to be targeted, if everyone's healthy, then it should be.
All right. Jared Avis, start 2, Diablo, Hunter, Quincy, and Malone. I think I answered this last night too. Or you asked about the order. I would go Diablo and Hunter probably. I want to play Quincy, but I don't want to sit Hunter.
Yeah, I'd go Diablo and Anzalone.
Billy?
I mean, I like the Diablo Hunter. I mean, I have Quincy, and I'm sitting him in the league this week. So,
1 DL spot: Hunter, Khalil Mack, or Grover Stewart. Billy, can you take over the questions for just a second? I need to send a message out real quick.
Okay.
But
Hunter?
I would go Hunter there too, probably.
Yeah.
All right, Bruce says I'm stating Grover. I think that's what that is.
Well, doesn't Pay come back this week too? So he's going to be on the snap count. So he might fight into Grover's time, maybe. I mean, Grover has been hot, but I'm not really sure what they're going to do.
Okay. Infinite Possibilities says I have 3 second-round picks, 4 third-round picks in my dynasty league. What combination can you put together to move up a first, or would you just keep the picks? I mean, you're going to have to put at least 2 seconds in something together to get to a back end first. I just don't know if you're going to get any higher than 9, probably.
Yeah, I don't know if you got a established veteran who has been putting up points, but you're trying to rebuild. Maybe stick him in there with a second or that in 2/3 and see if you can pull something up for a back end. But it really just depends on the buyer.
Yeah, you're going to have to convince them that it makes sense.
Yeah, my thing with dynasty trades like that is just don't accept until you're happy with it. You know what I'm saying? Just don't. If guys will pressure you, they'll complain. They'll be like, well, I'll never do trade with you. Let's sit for weeks and weeks. I mean, just wait till you get what you want, because you don't want to just make a move to make a move. Uh-oh.
Hey. What's up, everybody? Time has come, baby. Time has come. What are y'all doing?
Just helping people wreck their rosters left, right, and center.
There we go. You got Barkley's a must start this week. Got to get him in. Got to get him in your lineup, guys.
Make sure you start Josh Allen too. I'm gonna put you on mute for just a second when you're not talking, so we don't have the echo. But stay with us and chime in whenever you want. Gino or Trevor at QB? I'm playing Gino.
Yeah,
when he's hot, he's hot.
No brainer. Gino for sure.
Yeah. Bing bong. All right. Oh, Billy, I'm sorry. I just immediately started clicking stuff again.
By all means, man.
Well, I still haven't sent my message. I got it written up. I've
got a dog that won't leave me alone, so I'm multitasking.
No. Need to start 2 in a tackle heavy. Zaven Collins, Levante David, or Quay Walker. I'm going Zay and Quay. What are you guys doing?
I agree with that. I have Quay in my top 10 this week, and Zaven, I think, in my top 25.
What do you think? Iggy?
I mean, I can't really go wrong with any of them, but I'm definitely playing Quay. And Collins, what was the third one again?
Levante David.
Yeah, I'm playing Levante. They're going to have to step it up. Tom Brady's going for 100,000 yards. The defense is going to have to carry him to that victory still, though. So I'm going to take Levante and quick.
Devin White has been playing some weird ball, hasn't he? Do you guys feel like he's been like he's either really, really good or it's almost Patrick Queen like? It's like, oh wow, he's so good, and it's like, oh god, like what the fuck was he doing? And there's no in between.
I've got a couple questions about him this week from different people, and it is weird to see, but I'm not sure if it's how he's being utilized or if it's just his intuition or what's going on. I'd have to take a look at him closely. But he is.
I imagine if you're, a 22-year-old young black linebacker who's pretty good at football, and Tom Brady starts fucking screaming at you across the locker room, it's gonna mess with your fucking head a little bit. So,
and they're all going to stay on the field.
I imagine a lot of guys in that locker room are just like in a place right now. They're gonna look back in 5 years and be like, "Wow,
that was not normal."
I can't believe I was on that team."
No, yeah, that's. I think he from fantasy perspective, he's been good. I just think from a reality perspective, he's getting picked on a little bit. They're targeting him on the rushing side of things, and they're targeting him on like shallow hook routes and stuff as well. So I mean, he kind of got called out by Todd Bowles. I think Todd Bowles is that's his style. So he should rebound this week. He's got the exact same tackle line as Levante David. So
I think I would trust White to do better on that line personally. But I want to give Shauna some clout here. Shauna's been with us since day one of our OGs on the channel. She's in, she's out. Sometimes she's here, sometimes she's not. I honestly don't even think I remember seeing her in the chat at all last year, but 2 years ago she was here all the time. Good to see you, Shauna. Good morning. Please choose 3: Luvu, Morrow, Mosley, Rodrigo, or Singleton. Since I read them off, I'll go first. I'm gonna go Mosley 100%. Is Josie Jewell out? I'm not gonna play Singleton unless he's out. I'm you know what I'm saying?
Well, they're on bye this week.
Yeah, they're also they're not even playing.
Okay,
Yeah,
perfect.
yeah.
Well, that's the easy one to take out. So it's Mosley, Rodriguez, and then I would Luvu or Morrow. That's tough for me. I'm probably gonna go with Morrow since Luvu's snaps have been a little bit down. What do you guys think?
Morrow's going to have to eat.
Yeah, with Smith out, I'm going Morrow definitely because he has a lot to chew on this week. Big one.
Man, I like the jersey collection too, Billy. I just noticed that back there. I mean, I saw him. I just started looking at him. It's pretty sweet, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah, Billy loves OU.
Switch it up.
That's why you can't admit that Kyler Murray's cheeks.
There's one OU player here. That's not even Kyler Murray.
I know. Yeah, you're ashamed. You're ashamed. AJ Klein is going to compete with Sanborn. Who do you like better? I'm going to turn this one to the field.
I like Sanborn better. I think Klein is there to guide Sanborn because Sanborn can be Klein in his prime, if not a little bit better.
I would say that's a good census. I haven't done as much research on Klein, to be honest with you.
Yeah, same.
He's just been traveling.
I'm always going Sanborn. I've been saying Sanborn since the summer.
He was killing it on special teams. He had tons of tackles. He's got great PFF grades.
Billy's been scouting Sanborn since preschool. That's why we need a Devi guy. Okay, he's been on it. Just ask him.
Factual.
Facts. Big facts. All right, start one at tight end, Likely or Tanya. And that's an easy Likely for me.
Likely.
And I said last night on the stream, if you have George Kittle, you should be doing everything in your power to trade him for Likely plus. That's the move right now in Dynasty, in my opinion. At tight end, get Likely. He's on the come up. You're literally 2 weeks away from him being like everybody's on him. Just get him now. Just do it now. The stuff with Mark Andrews isn't going to get better. You know what I mean? He's not going to get younger. Lamar Jackson situation. I mean, nothing's going to get more. It's just going to get more expensive. Start Logan Wilson or Pratt, says Shauna. What do y'all think? That's actually, I would go Logan Wilson.
Yeah, I'm going to go Wilson.
Yeah. Either.
I'm going to say Pratt.
Ooh. A little frisky. Billy's just going to quietly make faces in the corner.
Who do you think?
I said either.
Oh, yeah, there it is, either.
I thought you said neither.
Yeah, Pratt has more tackles on the season. So.
Who's going to be able to bring down
Just
Foreman
bench everybody on your
easier,
roster.
Pratt or Wilson? I'm going to go Pratt. That's what I'm. It's going to be Foreman.
Wilson's
coming
gonna
at you.
Wilson's gonna catch that interception though.
Boom. Yeah,
He's getting a lot
he
of
does have a better
interception.
chance to do that. That's for sure.
I'm gonna go Wilson. Shauna, it sounds like you're about a 50-50 split up in here. Sorry. Brendan Harris says sorry for the offensive question. That's no problem. We all fantasy football. IDP Army, all fantasy football. Best ball dynasty, IDP, we don't care. We do it all. Start Juju, Cordell, or Lazard. That's a Juju easy for me.
I like Lazard.
Cordell, I think he's going to get the volume, man. His touchdown line's like right at evens too.
In a Packers jersey?
Huh?
In a Packers jersey.
In a Packers jersey, yeah. I mean, I don't even know if Lazard's playing yet. Is he?
Is he still questionable?
I've been kind of busy this morning, like we all are on Sundays. But
I mean, you barely notice him when he does play. I mean, what's the joke here?
Damn.
Cordell's going to get.
Lazard's the joke, I guess.
Get him out of here.
I
Nice
think Chargers
shirt, Billy.
Falcons is going to be such a high scoring.
Billy's repping the possum. You can have a possum shirt too. Just
Proud of you, Josh.
head on over
Thank
to.
you for chiming in.
Oh, is that Josh? Oh, I wouldn't even pulled it up. I knew it was Josh.
Yeah, what's up, Josh?
Josh, tell the people in the chat where to go to buy your shirt. Zion Bird says he's obviously a lock, but I was curious on your guys' thoughts on Khalil Mack for the next 2 years or so. Just traded for him in Dynasty to bolster DL, throw him in an LB if I'm in trouble. I like that. What'd you send for the trade? I'd be curious about the cost. Probably not, Iggy. Not today. You can just drop yourself out though if you want. That's cool.
No, that's cool.
I like Mac. I think this is the right time to buy him. You know, I mean, he was super, super hot when he was with the Raiders. He went to Chicago. He was good, but he wasn't great for IDP. Tackles for loss were never very high after he was with the Raiders. Sacks never really went super duper high. Even his tackles went from being like in that 70 range to that mid 40s range. But he's on a different team now, different system, Brandon Staley, whatever. To me, that means that we have a chance of him going back up. You know what I'm saying? At the very worst, I can see him staying kind of where he's at. So I like trading for him now. And I think you should expect 2 years out of him pretty easily if he stays healthy, of decent production. Anyone have any contradictory thoughts?
Just put him on your line because you're going to trade for a guy that you hope performs like Khalil Mack. So put him on your line, enjoy the luxury, and ride it out in the sunset, man. That's what I would do. You already paid for it. So.
Bingo. Damn, if Chandler Jones will get me 0 points, I'll play Morgan Fox, see what happens. I mean, I'm not saying he will get you 0, but it's like he could. If there was a defensive line player who I was going to say had a pretty good chance of getting a 0, it would be Chandler Jones.
Boomer bust for sure.
Inyefe says, hey, what's up? I have DeAndre Swift, Michael Carter, and Isaiah Likely. Who should I not play?
DeAndre Swift. I think James Robinson is playing. Yeah, I think James Robinson is playing, but Michael Carter's going to get the bulk of the win probably. And then Likely, I think, is going to go off.
That's fair. I don't have a strong opinion there. I would probably sit Swift, even though it's going to hurt to do before you lock. NASCAR Fantasy Live says, what's the deal with Zaire Franklin? Is he like a starting LB even with Shaq Leonard back? Would you start him over Werner or Eric Kendricks?
Yeah, I think Ogariki's the one that's going to be taking the back seat, if anything, and they're going to be splitting snaps while Franklin still stays kind of up in the top 10, but the back end of it range. If what's his face comes back, if Leonard does come back and does look good, he'll be in a couple of games. I think I don't know if they're going to save him or if they're going to let him go out there because I don't really know what they're thinking for their season right now. I have no idea. So I think Franklin's all right, and I think he's.
Would you start him over Werner or Kendricks though?
Kendricks is the only one I would think. He's definitely a safer play than Werner in my opinion. Kendricks could get a lot of volume if Gibson gets the rock as much as we're thinking, and Heineke's over there firing rockets.
I don't know. I think I would keep Franklin until otherwise, and then Warner, and then Kendricks. That would be my 1, 2, 3.
All right. Yeah, Kendricks is kind of a weird year for him. And it's this is what happens on the show when we say things like when we finally start fading a guy, he's gonna have the greatest game ever. So it's just like what ifs. Bruce Warren says starting Ryan Neal and Harrison Smith, but Deshaun Elliott, Geno Stone, and Curl are all available. We'll be looking into that. Should I make a move if Winfield is out on my bench? What do you guys think?
Don't drop Winfield, but I like Deshaun Elliott. I think he's top. We have him at. I think he's in the top 5. Yeah, he's number 3 overall for our combined rankings. So we're both pretty high.
Yeah, I wouldn't drop. I wouldn't. I would probably play Elliott over Neal.
Yeah, but even Neal, I have him. I think in my top 10 at 9.
I think he's pretty close to my top 10 as well.
Yeah, we got Neal.
Billy said his dog was distracting him too much, so he jetted, which is all good. We understand puppers come first.
Yeah.
Patch Adams, bro. You got to look through the distractions.
Right.
Travis Knott says start 2: Levante David, Nick Morrow, or Logan Wilson. I'm gonna go Wilson and David.
I'm gonna go Morrow and David. I want to see Morrow take that opportunity.
Do it. Iggy, what's the tackle prop of the day? What's our lines? What are we doing?
Look for a few good ones. They took down Snead on me. Snead under 6.5 got took away. Somebody with some big money came and locked that up. Yeah, that was going to take that. That was at -140. But I got Richie Grant's over 4.5. That's at -130. He plays for the Atlanta Falcons. For those unfamiliar with him, he's a starting strong safety. He's going to see a lot of Everett. I know the people have been trying to hype up the wide receivers so much this game. Let's go get these 4th and 5th and 6th string wide receivers on the depth chart. It's going to be a lot of Everett. It's going to be a lot of Eckler. They're going to control the volume. So that's basically what a strong safety's responsibility is. So I think that's a very safe one. Quay Walker over 7.5 is at -150. Playing for Devondre Campbell. He was already targeted so much in the past game by other teams. Jared Goff is going to be out there. Swift's going to be out there. Jamal Williams is going to be out there. So there's no reason Quay Walker can't get this. I think somebody's on mute or something.
Yeah, you're on. Oh, man, he's
Hey! Sorry, guys. Yeah, I muted myself. I don't know why I did that. Good shit there from Iggy. You know what's up. Go throw some money on it. He's got your back. Olave or Godwin. I'm going to go Godwin here. Tom Brady Godwin gets the easy, we all play in a PPR, half PPR. It's just easy money. It's just like, it doesn't even matter if he gets 60 yards, 100, doesn't matter. He's going to get like 8 on the low end targets. You know what I mean? But I mean, that's targets. I'm high in the targets. It could go way high. So his receptions are probably going to be there. They are playing they're playing the Rams, right?
Rams,
so
yeah.
Ramsey's not having his best year. Facts. Their defense overall is just not having a great year, in my opinion. So Godwin could feast today. You always got to look out for Mike Evans. And I think they're going to come out and want to do so because they got their asses kicked last week, didn't they?
Oh, yeah.
Or they just barely won?
Oh, they got embarrassed by the Ravens, dude.
Okay. I was gonna say they got. Like I was thinking 2 weeks ago when they played the Steelers.
Well,
yeah, they Tom Brady's gonna want to come out and make a statement. And he's got the guys around him. I'm sure he has his group text with just Leonard Fournette, just Mike Evans, and just his guys. And he's like, we're not fucking up today. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't fuck up. So I got big hopes for Godwin.
Yeah, I like Godwin. Godwin doesn't have a touchdown this year, but he has numbers. He's got 4 games with 8 or more targets, 1 with 6. So it's gonna come.
And like I said, Brady's going for 100,000 yards. He's going to get that pretty easy. The only quarterback to ever achieve that. It's pretty hard to think. It's hard to think about 100,000 Leafs or Granite Stand or something.
Yeah, hard to think about 100,000 anything, really.
Yeah, exactly.
Pennies.
And then I do think Evans will be locked up with Ramsey, and I think that'll develop.
Ramsey doesn't scare me anymore like he used to.
Well, I just think that it's gonna allow Godwin to. I don't even know who the CB3 is for the Rams.
I feel like he's almost in that like Darrelle Revis era. He's too young to be in it, but whereas like it's just his reputation at this point.
Well, he does
Oh,
too now, doesn't he?
Jalen Ramsey.
He's just like an occasional big play. I see him get burned a lot. The wide receivers turn
Yeah.
around.
I mean,
Telling he
honestly,
just got burned.
He's not like he was when he was young, when he would just shut dude down, like completely just shut him down. Like you said, he's not the same player. And I think a lot of that has to do with the system they run there too. He looks like he looks like he gets played more like a safety to me. And he was always built, in my eyes, a little bit more like a safety. Like when you look at him physically, he looks kind of like a Jesse Bates type. You know what I mean? Like lanky, could be a corner or a safety. So if he transitioned to a straight safety, I think he'd be a fucking beast.
I think he would too, honestly.
We'll have to see if that ever happens. Safeties don't get as much money.
Well, yeah, and a base defense, he plays on the outside against Evans, and then when they run 3 wide receivers, he's going to be in the slot against Godwin, and then you're going to have Troy Hill on the outside against Evans. So Troy Hill might also be a good name if you need to spot start someone that's going to get tackles. Evans definitely gets the targets. So
he might get some zone looks against Rapp, who is terrible in coverage though too. So
I am so far behind on the questions. The people in the chat are probably like, "This dude is." I don't know. So I'm going to try to blaze through some of these and try not to get sidetracked for like 3 minutes. So let's get loose. You ready? Here's the sprint. All right. So appreciate you guys. We'll continue to support y'all through the journey. Keep grinding. There's nothing like IDP on a Sunday morning. Let's have a week, fellas. Appreciate you all. Yes, sir. We're going for that 9-0. Yeah. One of only 5 undefeated teams in the Bash. We're going for be the top dog. That's what's up. IDP only. Not only, but we fuck with it. All right. I'm already getting sidetracked again. All right. Gabe Davis or DJ Moore? PPR. Quickly.
DJ Moore.
Moore.
Iggy.
He said Moore.
Moore. I'm going Davis. All right. You guys have been great. Week 9. Let's go. Smash the like button for the IDP Army. They're out here every day grinding. Yes, we are. And we're trying to win. So we appreciate that possibility. Zion. The McKinney dream came true last week for me, so it's Bynum to the moon. Yeah, we'll see. Iggy, you missed it, but I had a dream about Cameron Bynum last night for no reason whatsoever, and he had a good fantasy game. So I had a dream similar to that 2 weeks ago about Xavier McKinney, and he had a sack in my dream. Then he had a sack on Sunday, so we'll see what's up.
Let's go Bynum.
Bro, dreads are fresh to death. Yes, sir. He's really about that life. Bomber, what's up, my beautiful people? We love you, Bomber. Good to see you, brother. Choose 2 at D. Choose 2 at D. Choose 2 at D. Boy Mafe, Kyle Hamilton, DJ Woonham. I'm going Woonham and Hamilton.
Yeah, I guess I am too. That's tough, though.
Yeah.
That is tough. It's
too weird.
Just because Moffat is not going to be the main guy there, I think I'm going to go Woonham and Hamilton and hope that Hamilton maybe catches one in the sky or something.
That's what I'm thinking. I just want a big play from Hamilton.
Yeah.
Flex equal Rondale Moore or Khalil Herbert full PPR. Give me Khalil Herbert.
Rondale Moore's been popped up a lot, but give me Herbert.
Yeah, Rondale Moore last week he was great. 2 weeks ago when he was supposed to be great, he wasn't great. It's just like, don't. I'm so sick of him. Tarzanx says, what's up, Going likely for this week and picked up Muth. I can drop Waller now, right? You maybe if there's somebody worth putting on your bench that's better than him that might actually do something for you, you could definitely consider it. And if you have likely and Muth, you're probably not even going to want to play Waller when he comes back.
Just try to trade him.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You got like this last day. Try to get somebody
trading for Darren Waller.
Anything.
Yeah, what's your weakest position? Go try to get somebody in their B grade and try to get it.
All right. What's that?
You're basically just holding off for an injury otherwise, right? I mean, that's the only, that's the way I see it.
Iggy getting a shout out here from somebody watching you last night with JC Money.
Oh, nice. Thank you, man.
Iggy's all over the place. Iggy's a real one. Is this a Taysom Hill week? Probably, especially with Mark Ingram being out. I don't know if he's fully out yet, but I expect him to be out.
He's out.
I mean, Mark, here's the thing with Taysom Hill. He's going to touch the ball. If he gets 10 combined touches, 3 rushes, 3 throws, and 3 receptions, he's going to have a bazillion points. That's just what he does.
He's wide receiver. He's tight end 3. You're not going to really ask too many questions if you're sitting in the top 3 at any position.
Yep, play him. I have Conklin at tight end, but I can grab Likely right now. I would still play Conklin over Likely, but I would add Likely for sure.
Yeah, I would play Likely.
I think I would play Likely too.
Really? You know Conklin had 10 targets last week? 2
touchdowns? Yeah, but the thing is, Likely is like the only option aside from Dinnerman. So
Yeah, I think likely just going to have more volume. The Saints are really tough though against the tight end. So I don't think as far as the tight end situation goes, that's a beautiful problem to have.
Fair. Bernard or Ernest Jones?
Damn.
Bernard.
Give me Jones.
Yeah, I'm going Jones, but it's biased because I have him in about 4 leagues.
Hey, biases. I don't see a problem with bias as long as you acknowledge it. I mean, the people that try to pretend they don't have bias are so weird to me. Because I'm like, are you not human? Like,
Yeah. At the same time, like if you have that person rostered, then you believe in them, right? To a certain extent. So it's like
the idea that anyone can go out there and give objective advice and then look you straight in the eyes and say that to you is just so laughable. It's just like, no. It's like, you are human. You have bias.
Yeah.
Acknowledge it, and then I'll. Lazard is playing. Thank you, Bomber. That's a big piece of news. It doesn't affect me at all because I don't play Alan Lazard. Wolf tickets. Don't buy them. Kirk or Singletary, full PPR. Give me Singletary.
I think it's pretty even. I think you got to be happy with either one, but I'll say Kirk.
All right, 2 Kirks, 1 Singletary. Pick one. Valdez, Scantling, Zay Jones, Robert Woods, or Claypool. It's between Scantling and Claypool for me.
I say Jones and then Claypool.
I think it's Zay Jones' revenge week. I think he's going to have a big. I think the Jags need a big game, so he's going to have to be a part of it.
I got him in DFS this week. So I'm dumping the zones Jones.
All right, if I had to just pick one, if I absolutely had to, I would pick Claypool personally. I traded Gallup because I had an abundance of receivers and Luvu for Mack and Christian Harris, who just came back to have a nice game. Love seems to love him, so I thought it would be a nice stash linebacker. Yeah, not a bad move. And getting rid of Gallup, if you've had him in Dynasty for a while, like he's the sell windows for Michael Gallup are pretty small. They're about 4.5 weeks every 2 years. So sounds like you got out. I'm trading. I'm tired of waiting. I'm gonna play Chase Young this week. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
He's not even going to be good enough to get Cook. Like Cook's going to be buying before he can even get his tackles in. So
you don't want to play Chase Young. What you want to do is trade him.
Yeah, wait until he steps on the field and then send him.
Yeah. Picked up Luvu on waivers. Yeah, he's been a great pickup this year. There's been quite a few guys that have been pretty good if you manage to snag them and play them. Hey, y'all, I have a procedure question for you. How many players is too many from one team? e.g. Buffalo offense, defense. I don't think there is a number that's too many. If they're projected to do well, play 3, play 4. I call them super stacks. If you have I had one year where I had Alex Smith, I had Travis Kelce, I had Tyreek Hill. That was right before Mahomes came in, and then that was when people still didn't really believe in stacking. Like stacking wasn't normalized yet then. This was just as little as 4 years ago. It was very we're not sure if that's the thing to do. Now it's like if you don't stack, you're a dumbass. But I called it the super stack, and I was this close to having Kareem Hunt on that team too, and all those guys, Alex Smith, Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill, and Kareem Hunt, were all top guys. So it's like if you get guys that if their whole team is going a certain way, it's fine. You know what I mean? In my opinion. And I do that defensively too. No problem with that.
Your bye week suck though.
Yeah, especially on a week 9 bye. Yeah, I mean this week I got Dobbs, Jones.
Who cares when you're 8-0? You know what I mean?
Packers defense and Gary. So I got double downs on both sides. So yeah, you'll be fine.
Yeah, it's totally fine. And I think if you were to say what's the number, if you got to where you played 6 guys from the same team, I might be a little worried.
Yeah.
I
like 3. 3's like
I think 3-4 is okay if you think they're gonna have a good week. I mean, shit happens. Start one at DE, Wise, Floyd, or Rousseau.
I got Wise.
I'm gonna go Rousseau.
I'm gonna go Floyd. Brother Ross has smashed the like button, people. Iggy, yes sir.
What's up, Brother Ross? Need a big win this week in fantasy football 7s, baby.
Let's go. I'm sorry I'm not in 7s this year. I was in a couple years ago.
Yeah, you've been every year, but this one I was a little disappointed.
I don't know what happened. What happened? Where did we get mixed up?
I don't know. I sent you the first emails, but it's probably just busy off season.
I don't read emails. That's probably why we're still down here in the gutter. Brian Williams, DJ Moore, Leonard Fournette, or Patterson at flex and PPR.
Patterson, baby.
Fournette. 2 Fournettes and a P and a CP.
Yeah, right. I like the appeal of Patterson, but next week.
I just don't want to play DJ Moore. I don't care. I'm so over DJ Moore.
You're sitting there praying for a touchdown. I mean,
I'm sitting him, and I have him in so many dynasty leagues because I know he's good. But it's like if I play him, he's not. So I'm sitting him for everybody else. Go have fun.
I'm saying, Pat. I told you. I think that the Chargers Falcons is going to be the highest scoring game of the week. So I'm sticking.
Really, Chargers Falcons highest scoring game. You think their defense was just that sloppy, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. The Chargers got a good front line, but Derwin's questionable in secondary coverage, and there's not really a whole lot else there. So.
All right, Jason Hinkle says start one PPR, DK, Pittman, or Foreman. Not Pittman. Probably Foreman. I'll probably play DK in PPR.
Yeah, I'm playing DK.
Deion Jackson, Gibson, or Pittman in flex standard league.
Gibson.
Yeah, gross. Stinky would get them.
Get out of that standard league. That doesn't make any sense. Nwosu or Gary at DE. Give me Gary.
Yeah, Gary, baby.
Deion, you just asked that. What's up, guys? I need 2 of 3. Khalil Herbert, Mooney, or CEH. I would sit Mooney.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I don't want that stack per se, so I'm going to take Herbert. CEH.
Yeah. That's the thing too. I mean, stacking. I mean, again, you don't want to stack the Jaguars or stack the Falcons. Like that's not what you want. I mean, again, that example I gave you was I stacked the Chiefs because I was like, the Chiefs are going to be fucking good. You definitely don't want to stack Justin Fields, Khalil Herbert, David Montgomery, Mooney, and Cole Kmet. That's not the stack you want.
Stay away from it.
Geno or Fields? Ooh, and this is actually a really good one. I think Geno has a higher ceiling, but I think Fields has a higher floor.
I'm going Fields.
I'm going Geno. Fields is going to be chased around all over by Chubb and Phillips.
That's the thing, though. He's going to get flushed out and run for like 120 yards.
IDP_Iggy. That's me, my man. Thanks, Zion.
Follow Iggy. He's the man. If he can't do it, no one can. I'll try to get – I don't have your guys' I need to get your guys' Twitter links into our standardized thing. I'm just slow at that. I'm sorry.
All good, baby.
Is Devondre Campbell done? No, not done.
No, he's not done. He might be back next week even, they said. They're just taking it kind of precautionary with that knee. They didn't put him on IR.
And we love Malcolm Rodriguez, right? I do.
Oh, yeah. I love it.
I think he's the future of their linebackers in Detroit.
He has to be.
He's like going to be like a cornerstone of their defense. It's like him and Hutchinson.
The football gods were like, just take one, dude. Jeez. You guys have been neglecting it for so long. Fine. Have him, dude. He's nuts. Like,
all right. Eno or Dylan? Give me Dylan.
Eno.
That's so nasty. I'm being biased. I got to say Dylan. I have about 5 shares of Eno. I'm only playing him in one league.
I'm biased. I have no Eno. I have like 1 share of Dylan. I just don't want the Cardinals offense. It's so rudimentary. It's Kyler throwing a little bitch fit if things don't go perfect, and if things are going perfect, he just throws it to DeAndre Hopkins. That's it.
That's why you just get that.
So basic, and there's no world where suddenly Eno Benjamin just becomes the centerpiece and things go great. Like that doesn't happen. That world doesn't exist.
Spots on it.
There's no world like that. So. It's just the same. I mean, it's the same bullshit. As soon as they get close to the goal line, it's going to be Kyler's going to scramble around. They're going to throw it to Zach Ertz. They're going to throw it to DeAndre Hopkins. Period.
Perfect.
Period. Stamp it. I mean, Eno Benjamin, the only way to score a touchdown if he gets the ball fucking 50 yards outside the red zone.
Plus on a 40-yard run.
Yeah. And when the fuck's he going to do that? Sorry, I need to cussing again. Devondre Campbell. Yeah, we just actually have one better one. Domosaurus Rex. Won't ask any questions. I'm at 14-team league with Chubb and Debo out working with my backups this week. Hey, win. The best feeling in the world is when you win with your backups. It's a great feeling. So you're in a position to have a great day. Look at it that way. Start Swift or Josh Palmer in the flex. I'll probably start Palmer, and I probably won't like it.
That's tough. Palmer as well.
Ooh, this is a fun one. Hawkinson or Taysom Hill?
Taysom.
You dirty. I like both of these guys a lot. I think Taysom is the wiser pick, but I wouldn't be shocked at all if Hawkinson is a top 5 tight end this week.
Hawkinson's going to have 5 targets and 2 touchdowns. He's going to steal Jefferson's touchdowns today, dude. I'm telling you. He's going to be neglected until they get to like the 7-yard line.
Yep. And they're going to throw him in, and it's just going to go straight to him. You're right.
Who was
Cousins? I said on the show last night. When Cousins gets a tight end that knows what he's doing, he only had like 2 in his career, but when he does, he turns that dude into a bad mofo.
Who was the guy for the Redskins? Because they were
Reed. He had Vernon Davis.
Vernon, yeah, it was still Vernon.
Yeah, he had Vernon Davis. He turned him into a beast. I mean, he had Kyle Rudolph as a tight end 1 his first year there. Wasn't that him? Or no, that was Case Keenum. That was the year before.
Okay.
Man, I love Case Keenum.
Trying to think, he had somebody do really well at Michigan State with the tight end too. It's part of the reason the Shanahans liked him. I don't know it at all, but I remember them saying that whenever he came out.
Yeah, I mean Hawkinson's going to be a big play. I mean, you can just say goodbye to Thielen. He's toast. Yeah. He's a piece of burnt toast now. Would you play Geno over Cousins? No, I wouldn't do that to Cousins. I love Cousins too much.
Yeah, you got to rock Cousins, man.
Dude, when he took off and he dove for the end zone last week, you should have seen me in this room. I was like,
you like that?
My motherfucking dog! I was losing it. Oh, it was so fun.
You liked it, huh? You liked it.
I loved it. And then he jumped from probably 5 yards out when he dove, and I was like, you bad man. Oh, I bet he was sore. All right. If Dylan ever gonna do it, it has to be this week. That's the thing too. Dylan's come close to breaking off a couple of big runs. Hasn't happened. The Packers are dysfunctional. I blame that. I don't blame Dylan.
He can still be good in the colder games. They got to play Chicago outside, Green Bay outside. That's when he's going to show his worth.
100%.
Bingo. Kyle Pitts or Hayden Hurst? Give me Hurts. I know that Kyle Pitts is probably.
So you got to take the greatest player of all time here, Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, how could you not play Kyle Pitts? I mean, it's just like, give me a break. I don't know. I mean, you could play him if you want. Just weird because, at this point, he's played 30 games almost, and it's like he's been a good fantasy tight end in 3.
I'm taking it, especially with Chase out.
I think you got to play him. I don't know that he's going to do well, but even with Jeremy Chin gone, the Panthers are playing some pretty solid.
I'm tired of people telling me I've got to play Kyle Pitts because I don't. I don't want to.
Can't play him if you don't have him, right?
No, I have him on one team. One. And he's made my lineup this season. It's a best ball lineup, and it's a start 2 tight ends, tight end premium.
Yeah.
This is week 9. He's made my lineup once. Will Disley's been in my lineup a shit ton. Hunter Henry's been in my line. There's guys that you never even remember who they were. They've been scoring more points than fucking Kyle Pitts on my teams.
This is why you need to not have tight end requirements. That's kind of how I feel about it.
I just don't gas up play. This is why people need to get their heads out of their asses. Don't gas up a rookie tight end as though he's going to make a fantasy impact that's going to make a difference in the first year or two. It doesn't happen. I don't care how special he is. It's just like we have only all of forever to look back and say every special tight end that's come in the league has not done this. So why are we just going to expect Kyle Pitts to do it?
Good point.
You know what I'm saying? All right. What did you say? Did you say you take likely over Waller rest of season? Yeah. I don't think Waller's going to play much.
Yeah, I don't know if he is or not.
/ at all.
Especially if they're not in playoff contention, why would you put them out there?
Yeah, their team's wrecked. They're just losing games left, right, and center. Waller's getting paid regardless. If I was him, I'd be like, yeah, my butt hurts, so I'm just going to chill over here. Ramonde v. Higgins, always Higgins. Why would you play a Patriots running back in this world? I don't care if he runs for 100 yards. I don't care.
If it's half, I'm taking Ramonde. I'm taking Stevenson. If it's a half PPO or standard.
I don't know what to expect from Higgins, man. That's not like he's as somebody that has even quite a few shares of him. It's like he's burned me more than Pitts has, dude. So
no, he hasn't. Don't say that. No, he hasn't.
He put up a bullet. He put up a bullet on me, dude, as a wide receiver.
That's funny. He got hurt. He got pulled out of games.
No, that's not. If you got him laced up, there's no excuses. I had. They told me he was playing. I bet on him that week. I put him in my lineup.
There it is. He cost you some money. Tell me who's cost you more money, Kyle Pitts or T. Higgins.
I haven't bet on Pitts too much, so we'll see.
If you do, you just hit the under every time. All right, Rodgers or Cousins? Cousins. Cousins is the quarterback now. He's the guy in the north.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers, I mean, he got his participation MVP trophy last year, and I feel very confident calling it a participation MVP trophy based on what I've seen on the field this year. That's what it was.
I know. Last year he was the man. I think Rodgers is going to have a better week this week just because it's the Lions. Rest of the season, give me Cousins.
If you white labeled Aaron Rodgers and just took his face away, he was just a blurred out, just a gray body running around out there, and you line him up with all the other gray bodies last season, he doesn't win MVP.
Yeah, he definitely wins it. He had a great efficiency.
I'll come to Colorado and fight you right now. No, I'm just kidding.
Allen is the only one that could have maybe challenged him last year. So we'll see.
Could have challenged him. Allen beat the brakes off of him last year, and they still didn't give it to him.
Yeah, he had good numbers. I won't discredit.
He got that lucky win early in the season against Tom Brady, and that's all it took. They blew the wind in that sail for fucking 12 weeks.
Couldn't have been the 13-3 record.
No, it wasn't that. All right, who you start, Brady or Geno? I will start the opposite. I start Geno.
I'm sorry, Brady.
That's a tough one. I'm starting Geno.
The thing about Geno is he's got a little bit of rushing in him. He doesn't do it much, but like when he does tuck it down and go, like he can get like 40 yards in one run. Tom Brady might have 40 yards all season, so
not even.
That's kind of why I would lean a little bit more him. But I see the upside of both of them for sure. Judon or Bolton? I'm going Bolton.
Judon's my stream of the week, man. They're playing second string quarterback, patchwork offensive line, third string running back. I think
he's been beasting this year for sure. Doesn't he? Does he lead the league in sacks right now, or he's like right behind? Right?
Yeah, and the player behind, I talked about it. He's leading. He's
nice.
He's right there at 8.5.
Nice. Good seeing you on the stream, Iggy. You rock, man. Iggy, you're a popular guy this morning.
It works out
every
sometimes.
morning. Ari started Kirksey over Harris. CJ is a lock, so now 2 of Evans, Morrow, Rodrigo, Phillips, and now Bernard is starting for Milano. Who's Evans? Why am I not able? Is that
Tennessee?
Rashad?
No, Atlanta.
Okay, Rashad Evans. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I would go Rodrigo and Evans there probably.
Yeah, I think so too. Is it Adrian Phillips for the Pats? Maybe him, but I'm still leaning Evans and Rodrigo.
I'm guessing it's Jalen Phillips, but I could be wrong. That's just a guess.
Okay.
All right. Well, it looks like people are kind of starting to trickle out of the stream as we are getting closer to the end here. We got Keanu Neal or Jenkins at safety. I'm going to stay with Keanu Neal this week, personally.
Yeah, me too.
I'm taking Jenkins.
All right. We got Jenkins. We got 2 for Neal. You guys are awesome. Pick 2, Autry, Hendrickson, Payne, or Vita Vea. Wow, you got some big boys in there. I'm going to go Autry and Hendrickson.
Autry and Payne.
I think I'm going to go Hendrickson and Payne, so we really didn't help you at all there.
I'm not sure you guys mentioned it. Apparently, Green Bay had a run at Waller.
Yeah,
Green Bay.
I read that.
Again, Green Bay is really good at being in the news for almost doing things that mattered. You know what I'm saying?
Trades, yeah.
End it. Get it out of here. Who cares? They're toast. Keep Roquan Smith for a week 9 or pick up Nick Bolton. If you're doing this, it sounds like you just run one IDP player.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even complicate it. Just stick Bolton or stick Smith out there. Just keep rolling.
Because you're going to want him next week. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they're on bye next week, right? Roquan's on bye with the Ravens next week now.
You guys going to go hang out? Iggy, you and CO, my dude. I'm here too. I thought you were down in New Orleans, Rue.
Rue. Yeah, I'm in the bottom part of Colorado. So.
There's a lot of dudes in Colorado. I know Kluge's in Colorado. Apparently, Josh Larkey lives in Colorado. I didn't realize that.
Larkey? I thought he was in California.
I don't know. He moved there recently.
That makes sense.
Who's sending me private chats right now? What are you guys saying? All right, May says you gotta go in 5, which was 5 minutes ago. Go ahead and bounce, Mace. Tell the folks anything you want before you leave, though.
I think that the Panthers defense is going to step up, and I think the Browns going to have a monster game, and I think that they actually are going to beat the think they played
Eagles.
Yes, the Bengals. Thank you. Yep. So that's my that's super spicy. I'm leaving you with that. Hey, I called the Jaguars earlier in the season. I'm just kind of trusting my gut here. I didn't have a dream, but
No dream.
no dream. But hey, we should make that a segment though, bro. If you hit again, we have to.
I got that fucking Targaryen blood, man. I'm telling you.
But anyways, Army, as always, love and respect to you guys, Iggy, Jordan.
Love you, Mace. Have a good day, brother.
Much love, positivity always.
IDP.
Window love.
Positivity. All right, later, guys.
See ya.
Later, Mace.
All right, got another one here. It said, don't hate me for this. We don't hate around here. There's no hate in our hearts, okay? There's only love. There's no room for hate. There's so much love. 16-team league. The only thing I hate is when people never mind. On Bymageddon, Cooks, MT Drama, Flex 2, Christian Watson, no. N'Keal Harry, no. Hunter Henry, and then Brock Mitchell. Wow. Woo, that's a deep problem. You got some big problems there. I kind of want to play N'Keal Harry. I feel like they've kind of been like forcing, kind of like with him and Jalen Reagor. Do you feel like the people who have them are kind of like purposefully kind of making them get these red zone targets and like using them around that area?
I don't know. I mean, Claypool has to affect Cadell some ways, right? Like,
yeah.
But
I agree, but it just feels like, I don't know, it just, with the way the Vikings have chosen to use Reagor when they don't have to, it just feels like it's one of those things where they just sometimes just put guys out there because they want to prove something. So I might go Hunter and Harry here.
yeah, I'm gonna go Watson and Henry if he's playing. I think
Watson and Henry. All right. Hopefully that helps you out, Brad. Thanks, guys, for the help. Hit the like button, people. Salute. Yes, sir. Yes. Please hit the like button, subscribe. You guys know we're here every week doing the Lord's work. I do some write-ups for our weekly matchups. I'd love to send you some. Absolutely, man. Nice.
Castle Rock. That's by Denver.
Yeah, you're in the main group chat. Just hit us up. I mean, we're always, if you want to contribute in any way, shape, or form. I mean, we're willing to hear you out. Well, I'd love to see what you got writing up. I know Iggy does a lot of writing too. You don't put a lot of your writing out there though. I don't feel like, but I know you write a lot of stuff.
Yeah, most of it's from the charity league. I did Bradley Chubb article and then the Player Pine articles.
Nice. How we feel about Kadarius Toney? I like him a lot. I think it hurts the kind of the Sky Moore, Marvez Valdez Scantling, Mecole Hardman guys. I don't think it really is going to hurt Juju that much, just because he's the type of receiver he is not like those other guys. That's kind of my thought process. So I feel like they brought him into. They want to put him out there.
Yeah, I believe Andy Reid. I think he kind of wants to make it where he's showing somebody he knew how to use somebody and how to handle personality better than somebody else. It's going to be a weekly crapshoot, though. Like outside of Juju, outside of Kelsey, you're going to have to kind of play that dice.
All right. Lamero Hargett says, Dynasty better long term, Willie Gay or Christian Harris, and which one for this year? Well, Willie Gay's been playing some good ball. I know Harris kind of took over. He's in Houston, right?
Yeah, he's in Houston.
Okay. Long term, I'm gonna go Willie Gay, but for this year, I'll probably go Harris.
Yeah, I think I do the opposite. I think Willie Gay's really good this year. He solidified, got that PED suspension out of the way. And then Christian Harris, I just like what Lovie Smith is doing over there. There's a pretty good core of defensive guys over there that he's put together, and I think Harris is one of them.
It just feels like he's destined to just get the axe, though, and all those guys kind of get shuffled around again. But who knows?
Yeah.
All right, well, we did it. We caught up with all the questions. Oh, as I say that, we get another one. EDA Boss 21 says Terrence Marshall Jr. or Jeff Wilson flex this week.
Where did Jeff Wilson go?
I think he went to Miami.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. That's pretty bad. I don't know. Marshall's being hyped up, but I don't really feel confident in either one.
I would fade Marshall then if he's getting hyped up. If the whole fantasy community's on a guy, fade him. If it's Terrence Marshall Jr. week, get out.
Yeah, that's a lot of faith. That's a tough one, man.
I'm a man of faith, and it is Sunday, but I ain't got that much faith.
I hear that.
All right, well, it's been the IDP Army. This is week 9. Start sits. You guys know what it is. Glad to have Iggy here with us. Appreciate you, Iggy, my guy. Subscribe to the channel. Follow all of us. Interact with our stuff on Twitter. Some people have been fucking hamming me up on Twitter because my shit don't get the interactions it used to. People be laughing at me. Y'all let me down out here, okay? I'm scrolling by my shit. Just throw a little like on it, okay? I'm getting beat up. People are like, what are you buying all your fake followers? I'm like, man, I'll come up through the screen. So show love. We got some more questions rolling in. We'll answer them because that's what we fucking do. We're really about this life. Adam Lean says, pick 2, Fournette, Lazard, or Palmer. I'm 100% on Fournette. Where are you at on the other 2?
I keep saying it's going to be the highest scoring game, so I'm going to have to go Palmer. And Jesus, the other one's pretty tough. I guess I'll go.
I know you're a Packers guy, so.
Yeah, I went Lenny. I think there's going to be more volume for Lenny. So.
Lenny. He was really disappointing last week. Good stuff as always. Mis amis, bon chance today.
Thank you.
Oui. Christian Kirk or Lazard, Bomber coming in from the top rope. He says, Kirk, I agree. Yeah. Appreciate you being here with us, Bomber, even though you're not on screen. You're here in the chat, holding it down.
I think we answered this one earlier.
Yeah, we got this one earlier. Maybe he popped out because I was taking forever, but we went Herbert.
Yeah, we went Herbert.
Yeah, even though he doesn't get the receptions necessarily, even on the end, not getting a lot of rushing attempts, he's getting the yards. We know he can catch. They like to give him the goal line work, etc. So, Rondale Moore is just too up and down with him. I mean, I know the highs are very extremely high, but I like Khalil Herbert more here personally. All right, Adam Lean says, thanks, fellas. Yeah, do us a favor, everyone that's here. So, click the thumbs up button. It's so easy. Just click it. Just thumbs up. Come on, right there. Easy peasy. Next thing you can do is hit the subscribe button. Last thing you can do is in the comments. We have a second podcast feed that we're launching because we have 4 podcasts that we're going on one Nexus feed. Too much. Stuff's getting lost in the shuffle. Go subscribe to the new feed. The Best Ball Fantasy Sports Show. Me and Iggy will be doing stuff on that. Dynasty Tailgate. We'll all be doing stuff on that as well. That's mostly Billy's baby, though. He's got the Debbie stuff, the college football stuff, covering the draft, etc. Keep an eye out. We will be having some stuff soon about how we're going to be handling things going to the Senior Bowl. If any of y'all living down in that area, if anybody's going to be out at that, wants to be involved in that, hit us up. We would love to meet you, hang out with y'all. If there's any particular content or players you want us to watch that you may have a little bit of an inside knowledge because you're in a certain area of the country, hit us up. We would love to scout them out, talk to them, maybe build a relationship, all that good stuff. But yeah, 11:24. It's been a good day. Hopefully we all go out and get some wins. Iggy, any final thoughts?
Set your lineups. Week 9 is crucial. 6 more weeks left in the regular season. Every week's going to count here going forward. So make sure you get as full strength as you can be. Have fun. Yep. Appreciate the follow. Appreciate the interactions.
IDP, the P is for positivity, and we will see you tomorrow with the Waiver Wire Show. And good luck.